You are watching News Brief with Kgov2. I'm April Thatcher. Howard County is rich in history, and it wouldn't be possible without the impact of several outstanding people. We met with Dave Broman of Howard County Historical Society to learn more about the Howard County Hall of Legends. Hi, we're at the Howard County Historical Society to discuss the Howard County Hall of Legends, which is something that I didn't even know existed, but we're here with Dave Broman, and he's going to tell us a little bit about it.
The Hall of Legends began in about 2010, at least in terms of going public with it. It made a little planning before that, but Craig Dunn helped to get the thing started and chaired it for several years to get the ball rolling. We have 25 members of the Hall of Legends now, some really remarkable people who came from Howard County, and it's neat to be able to see the kind of contributions that our part of the world has made to the rest of the world.
Right. Who are some of these people that are included?
They run the gamut from entertainers to artists to inventors, engineers, writers. I mean, 25 of them. If I started naming them all, I'd probably forget somebody. But to give you an example, everybody I think in Kokomo and Howard County knows of Elwood Haynes and his inventions in metallurgy and automobiles, and of course he's certainly one of the people who would be in the Hall of Legends. But we have Steve Croft from CBS News, Tabitha Smiley, the talk show host. Last year, Bob Noling, a great business leader who's heavily involved in the community this year with the YMCA's Fund Drive. George Kingston, industrialist who ran a large manufacturing complex and used to live here in the Cyberling Mansion at one time. Clifford the Red Baker, Big Red Dog's creator, Norman Bridwell, of course. Everybody, I think, knows of Norman. Mish Cohn, who was a well-known artist on the West Coast, but was born and grew up in Kokomo. To give you an example, those are just a few. There are quite a few remarkable people.
Right, and this isn't a closed list. It's still growing, and you're asking the public to help come up with names and what qualifies a person to be inducted, and where would someone go if they had an idea?
No, it's not a closed list, and we hope that we'll be adding people to that list and contributing to the world forever going forward. In terms of actually making a nomination, what we're looking for is people who have made significant contributions to the world, not necessarily outside of Kokomo, but many of them have made their contributions to the world at large. Some of them for just the community here have been just as important. People who made a significant contribution through their lives, and basically all you have to do is tell us who they are and give us some supporting documentation, a little bit of their story and why you think they should be nominated. You can find out more about that on our website at howardcountymuseum.org. Okay,
great. Well, thank you, and I hope that list just continues to grow. We live in an amazing community that a lot of amazing people have come from. If you would like to submit a referral, you may do so, care of Dave Broman, at 1200 West Sycamore. The deadline is May 1st, 2014. The Kokomo Police Department's Facebook has been buzzing with warnings of fraudulent activity. We spoke with Captain Chris Smith to learn more about the different scenarios and what to watch for. Hi, we're here with Captain Chris Smith at the Kokomo Police Department, and he's going to tell us a little bit about some of these strange calls some of you may or may not have been receiving lately.
Lately, there have been some reports of calls from financial institutions and saying their debit card has been locked out, their credit card has been canceled, and they need some further information. And these calls are scams. They're scam calls. And I know one of the institutions, financial institutions, reported that there were some transactions made. So some people actually bid on this scam. And the transactions were made in the country of Romania. It's very hard, if not impossible, to prosecute someone from that country. But we like to warn people, we like to be proactive and warn people not to give out personal information over the telephone, either emails, text, or any type of communications. We'd like for the citizen to initiate the contact rather than the company or someone representing a company representing them falsely contacting them. We get reports occasionally of citizens that have been taken, have fallen victim to scams, and these are people that want their story told because they don't want other people to fall victim like they have. We've had people that have lost thousands of dollars to these scams, whether it's somebody pretending to selling something, whether it's giving out personal information. We've had a Medicare scam, Affordable Care Act scam, where people want information. They say it's going to enroll them for those medical plans. We also, the grandparent scam, where somebody will call and say, this is your grandchild, I'm in jail, my car's broke down, I'm in a foreign country and can't get away, and I need money. And there are people in this community have sent money to these scammers, and of course once it's gone forever. We've also got some people will contact them and they want the money sent through a green dot card. That is like a preloaded card. And so that's what some of the scammers do use. They like to use Western Union. Of course, once the money's wired and they pick it up, then it's gone also. So these are some things that we try to prevent. Computers. We've had some people that get calls that saying this is Microsoft or represent a computer company and your computer is in need of repair and we can fix it. I know one gentleman that gave him his credit card number. He gave him a few $100s and let him have access to his computer, and now he's out his credit card number. He had to cancel his credit card. He's out about $300 and he had to get a new computer. Wow. So it was a very costly contact for him. But we want to be proactive and warn citizens, do not give out this personal information. If you are concerned, please contact me. My name is Captain Chris Smith, 456-7250, or your local law enforcement agency if you don't live within the city of Kokomo. Prosecution of these individuals is very, very difficult due to sometimes these calls and contacts come from foreign countries. And there is the Federal Trade Commission. You can file a report to the Federal Trade Commission. The Internet Crime Center, ic3.gov, you can file online reports there too. But we just ask people to be cautiously guarded. You do not have to make any decision right then and there. If someone contacts you, step back, hang up, tell them you need to contact someone else if you have some concern that a call or any type of contact could be suspicious. But always be suspicious about opening up emails that you're not familiar with, phone calls, taking phone calls that you're not familiar with. I believe one of the telephone calls, scam calls that came from one of the, supposedly representatively that came from one of the financial institutions came from 210-0, which isn't a real working number. And so, but please do not fall for this. And you may, those out there, you may be well aware of scams, but there are people in this community who are not. And please pass the word on to them because we want to get the word out, because this is a crime that is increasing and results in identity theft, because once a scammer gets your information, they may sell it to other scammers. And so it gets someone's information can be taken and circulated all around the world.
Okay, so just, be cautious. If something doesn't feel right, if it sounds too good to be true, or if they want your information, just take a step back and think twice to protect yourself. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Kokomo Parks and Recreation Department has announced the 5th annual excellent, exciting, extra fun youth Easter egg hunt. This hunt takes place at Northwest Park at 1600 West Judson Road on April 19th at 1 p.m. The hunt is free of charge for children 10 and under. All eggs are candy-filled and some will have a number slip inside. Bring your numbered slip to the designated table to claim an additional prize. Not to leave anyone out, there will be an adult Easter egg hunt. Yes, that's right. All of you grown-ups out there have your chance to feel like a kid again and win some adult-sized prizes as well. The Kokomo Parks and Recreation Department has started selling wristbands for the adult-only Easter egg hunt. The hunt is for participants 18 and over. Only participants with the KPRD-issued wristbands will be allowed to hunt in the area. The starting point for the hunt will be the Kirkendall Nature Center located in Jackson Morrow Park at 4200 South Park Road. The hunt begins promptly at 8:30 p.m. on April 19th. Bring a flashlight. All the eggs will be candy filled and some will have numbered slips of paper. Every participant will be guaranteed a prize. The cost is $5 and wristbands can be picked up at the Kokomo Parks and Recreation office in Highland Park or at the Jackson Morrow on the day from 5 to 8:30 p.m. or until the wristbands are gone. Spring is finally here, and with this beautiful weather, it's time to start getting out there and making your outside spaces great. But make sure you call before you dig. We spoke with Laura Sheets of Duke Energy to learn more about the importance of doing so. Hi, we're at Duke Energy with Laura Sheets, and she's going to explain some of the Call Before You Dig program and why you should do it.
Well, it's really important to call ahead of time if you're going to do any kind of project. There are underground utilities everywhere, and they're vulnerable, and not only is there property damage that can be done, but injuries as well. So a few years back, Indiana even passed a law saying that you need to call before you dig, and it's very easy. You just dial 811 and at least 48 hours in advance, and someone will come out. That gives them enough time to get out and put the proper markings for the utilities that are there and keep you or your contractor safe so that we don't have any problems before you dig.
Okay. And you have a website in case they need more information?
Yeah, Indiana811.org. You can go up and it'll give you the different steps to go forward, even give you a full 800 number if you don't want to use the simple 811 number that you could do. But there are different steps to make sure. It'll explain the markings so that you know. You may, as a homeowner, want to know what the different colors mean. And there's just more information there. But it's for some folks think it's only contractors that need to call, but if you're planting a tree or putting in a new playset for your kids or a fence, you don't know necessarily what's underground, and so it's important that you call.
Okay, well, be safe and follow the law for sure, and dial 811. City Hall is a hub for Kokomo. It is where many changes occur, but the building itself has not received any changes for the past 30 years. Our current City Hall building was built in 1984 and for the most part has remained the same since. As part of a multiple phase process, Mayor Greg Goodnight is bringing the building into a more modern and visitor-friendly state. We spoke with John Pike, Street Systems Manager, to learn more about the second and third floor renovations that will soon begin. We're here inside the council chambers, just inside the entry of City Hall. As you can see behind us, it's been newly renovated and there's more to come. We're here with John Pike and he's going to tell us a little bit about it.
Well, we finished the first floor last year and we're getting ready to start on the second and third floor renovations where we'll incorporate more glass, trying to remain transparent with government, kind of use that as symbolism. We're going to replace all the lighting, which will make it more energy efficient. The lights that are 30 years old are ready to be changed out, and we'll save some money, I think, in that. And just general updating of the walls and the wall coverings and better lighting, incorporating new glass conference rooms so everybody can see what's going on. And I think that's getting ready to get started here in the next couple months.
All right. Well, great. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing the change, and the public is always welcome to stop in. So.
Thanks.
And now for your 5-day forecast. Your 5-day forecast for the week of Tuesday, April 15th through Saturday, April 19th. Tuesday, partly cloudy with a high of 41, low of 26. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high of 54, low of 35. Thursday, partly cloudy with a high of 66 and a low of 44. Friday, a few showers with a high of 62 and a low of 43. Your Saturday forecast is partly cloudy with a high of 59 and a low of 42. Thank you for watching News Brief. For Kgov2, I'm April Thatcher. Now for your community calendar.